Hi, or welcome back, or welcome if you're new. It is Sunshine Lorena. So today I am going to be speaking about some anticipated February releases for me and some books that have really kind of caught my eyes that are coming out in February. So I did a January one in January for January, and I've kind of made a little bit of a resolution, like a goal for myself to kind of read more releases as they're coming out. So this is a great way for me to keep an eye on what's going on and it lets you know what there is. So I am getting back into thrillers a lot more. So these ones are, in general, these anticipated releases is going to be quite heavy thriller based. However, this month it's a bit of an even split between thriller and romance. I mean, it is February, it is the month of Valentine's Day, so there seems to be quite a few romance books coming out this month, and some that really caught my eyes. I'm not really like this huge romance reader, but some of these really caught my eye, and if I see a good romance, I do pick it up. I'm not just a thriller reader, I read a little bit of everything. So yeah, if we just get straight into it. So the first one I have on my list here is 7 Minutes Later by Bonnie Kistler, and it's coming out on the 17th of February, and it's a thriller, and I requested this arc on NetGalley and I got approved. It's the second time ever that this has happened to me, so I was super excited when this happened. And as we're filming this, I'm actually currently partway through this book. So yes, I've not finished it, so I don't have full thoughts on it yet, but I've started reading it at the time of filming this. So in the upcoming vlog that'll be coming your way soon, you'll be able to see me reading it and what my thoughts actually are on it. So this one, two women walk into a lift, only one walks out alive. I mean, and that should just be enough. Like, it just pulled me straight in that line. It's just like, oh, what happened in the lift? So Lucy is the envy of everyone who knows her. The career she's worked hard for is flying, and she's always looks perfectly put together with her beautifully styled blonde hair and designer clothes. But nobody knows what she's harbouring a dark secret, one that could tear her family apart if it's ever revealed. She is a hard-working young lawyer who's been thrown a lifeline with her new job at Lucy's company after being made redundant. She knows that she looks a little drab, but she can't afford to dress any better. But nobody knows that her problems run far deeper than money troubles. Her once perfect marriage has become dark and twisted, and she fears what her husband might do next. One fateful evening, Lucy and Shay walk into a lift. 7 minutes later, one woman makes a phone call saying that the lift is stuck and no, the other woman can't come to the phone right now. When the doors open, one woman is dead. The survivor tells the police it's suicide. But with no witnesses and only her word for it, one vital question must be asked. Is she telling the truth? So yes, it sounds perfect. It sounds intriguing. Like I said, I'm partway through this one. I'm enjoying it so far. It's got a good set up. It is about, I'd say, medium paced. It isn't a fast paced thriller, but I'm enjoying that setup and seeing where it's going to go. So yes, like I said, it'll be coming up in a vlog and you'll be able to see what my final thoughts are on it, because right now it's anybody's guess how it's going to end up for me. But yes, a good medium paced thriller. I then have #Follow Me for Murder, and it's by Sarah E. Burr, and this is coming out on the 15th of February, and this is like a murder mystery, cozy mystery book. Again, I have it on my Kindle as an ARC, but I haven't gotten to this one yet. I haven't read it, but it definitely caught my eye, this one. And yeah, so the synopsis on this one is: meet 28-year-old influencer and celebrity blogger Coco Klein, who started her own social media consulting firm in her hometown of Central Shores, Delaware. Her new clients, Sean and Olivia Shen, are 10 days away from the grand opening of their specialty consignment shop when Coco stumbles across their store clerk Stacey dead behind the register. Worried that a cloud of suspicion will ruin their chances of a successful business launch, the Chens ask Coco to work alongside the inexperienced Central Shores police to speed up the investigation. Using her celebrity status and social media savviness, Coco realizes Stacey's seemingly ordinary life was all an act. Following a trail of cryptic online posts, confusing timelines, and muddled gossip, Coco and her friends discover Stacey's questionable relationships just might be the reason for her untimely demise. Murder is about to go viral in #Follow Me for Murder, a trending topic mystery. So yes, cozy mystery vibes. It sounds like it's going to be a fun one to read, to pick up and enjoy, and I'm looking forward to this one because I do enjoy a good cozy mystery. I definitely gotten into more of these in the last half of last year, and I just find them really, really fun. The next one on my list here is The Delivery by L.A. Detweiler, and it's coming out on the 1st of February, and it's another thriller, guys. In this one, it's a domestic thriller specifically that apparently is going to have you hooked from page one. So Yvette Harding's world of maternal bliss is perfect except for one thing. There's something wrong with her husband. John is a lawyer and a loving husband by day, however, ever since the baby came, his dark habits from the past are re-emerging. Once, she was fine with playing Bonnie to his Clyde. Now the baby to think about, it terrifies her. As she delves into his hidden life and dangerous lies, she begins to fear for her safety. But when maternal instincts creep over the line of paranoia, will she go too far to protect her child? And in a house full of dark secret, will she solve the most important one before it's too late? The Delivery is a dark page-turner of a domestic thriller with a jaw-dropping twist. So yeah, that premise sounds super intriguing to me. I do enjoy a domestic thriller on occasion. I do tend to lean towards more psychological ones, but this one has definitely caught my eye. And yeah, it sounds super intriguing, and hopefully I will be able to pick this one up. Then the next one I have is Lockdown on London Lane, or it says that in the UK it's going to be released as Love, Lockdown. And it's being released on the 1st of February, and it's a romance, this one. So it has lockdown in the title, so it is obviously set around kind of the pandemic. So in this one, when the inhabitants of London Lane, a simple slip of paper underneath each of their doors is about to change their lives in 100 different ways. Urgent. Due to the current situation, building management has decided to impose a 7-day quarantine on all apartment buildings on London Lane. With nowhere else to go, Ethan and Charlotte wonder whether absence really does make the heart grow fonder when they end up on either side of a locked door. A fierce debate over pineapple on pizza ignites a series of revelations about Zach and Serena's 4-year relationship. Liv realises rolling with the punches is sometimes much harder than it looks after a bridesmaid's party goes off the rails, leaving the group at each other's throats. Isla and Danny's new romance is put to test as they jump 10 steps ahead on the relationship timeline. And Imogen and Nate's one-night stand is about to get six do-overs they never really asked for. Not awkward at all. Through makeups, breakups, love-ins and blowouts, friendships are tested as everyone scrambles to make it through the week unscathed. And amidst all the drama, one thing remains constant. Life is full of surprises. This one sounds super intriguing. I love the fact that you've got all these different relationship dynamics, couples and etc. And they're just in this situation where they're stuck in the flat together, and yes, I think it sounds super intriguing to me. It sounds like a good concept to see kind of what happens, people get tested. It's a romance, so I think it's going to take that lighter side in terms of the pandemic. But yeah, it really caught my eye, this one. It sounds really fun, and it's one that I definitely want to pick up. I hope it's really good. Yeah, I'm intrigued to also see what other people think about it. Then the next one, we have another romance. Like I said, guys, the romances really caught my eye this month, and there are several coming out this month. Like I said, it must be because it's Valentine's Day. But this one is called Meet Me in the Margins, and it's by Melissa Ferguson, and it's been released on the 15th of February. So You've Got Mail meets The Proposal. This romance is one for the books. So Savannah Kaye's dreams are coming true. The Claire Donovan, editor-in-chief of the most successful romance imprint in the country, has requested to see the manuscript Savannah's been secretly writing while working as an editor herself. Except at her publishing house, the philosophy is only highbrow works are worth printing, and commercial fiction, particularly romance, should be reserved for the lowest level of Dante's Inferno. But when Savannah drops her manuscript during a staff meeting and nearly exposes herself to the whole company, including William Pennington, new publisher and son of the romance-despising CEO herself, she races to hide her manuscript in the secret turret room of the old Victorian office. When she returns, she's dismayed to discover that someone has not only been in her hidden nook, but has written notes in the margins, quite critical ones. But when Claire's own reaction turns out to be nearly identical to the scribbled remarks, and worse, Claire announces that Savannah has 6 weeks to resubmit before she retires. Savannah finds herself forced to seek the help of the shadow editor after all. As their notes back and forth start to fill up the pages, however, Savannah finds him not just becoming pivotal to to her work but her life. There's no doubt about it. She's falling for her mystery editor. If only she knew who he was. I love this concept in this one. I love the fact that it's around like her obviously writing a romance book, publishing. I do like books about books, and it's essentially fun that they're obviously getting to know each other through this kind of back and forth between writing these notes in the margin of her book. It's going to be intriguing, and also to find out who it is. It sounds super fun, a great fun concept, and it is one that I really want to pick up sometime soon. Then we have One Night on the Island, and this is by Josie Silver, and it's coming out on the 17th of February. This is from the same author who wrote One Day December. I read it a couple of years ago and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, she's got another book coming out. And this one is Two People, A Chance Encounter. In One Day in December, it was like a chance encounter as well, when our interests met as well. So it seems to be Josie's thing to do this. So this is a love story that will last a lifetime. When Chloe's editor requests that she marry herself on a remote island for her dating column, she envisions herself skinny dipping in the crystalline waters and reveling in the blissful quiet away from the honking and grime of London. But when she arrives at the Otter Lodge, Mac, a grumpy yet undeniably handsome American, insists that her cosy cottage is actually his. With no bed to spare and a storm fast approaching, they're trapped. Can what began as a disastrous double booking turn into something more? And might this one night on the island change both their lives forever? Again, a super intriguing concept. I like when people kind of get stuck in situations, they have to deal with it, and I think it's going to be another great romance from her, because I really did enjoy One Day in December, so I'm definitely intrigued to pick up another book by her. And we're back to the thrillers now, and that is Nasty Little Cuts by Tina Baker, and it's coming out on the 24th of February. So who will survive the night? A nightmare jolts Deb's awake. She leaves the kids tucked up in their beds and goes downstairs. There's a man in her kitchen, holding a knife. But it's not an intruder. This is her husband Mark, the father of her children, a man she no longer recognises. Once their differences were what drew them together, what turned them on. Him, the ex-army officer from a good family, her, the fitness instructor who grew up over a pub. But now these differences grate to the point of drawing blood. Mark screams in his sleep, and Debs hardly knows the person she's become, or why she lets him hurt her. Neither of them is completely innocent, neither is totally guilty. Mark is taller, stronger, and more vicious, haunted by a war he can't forget. But he has no idea what Debs is capable of when her children's lives are at stake. And it says here, perfect for readers of Blood Orange and Big Little Lies. And I've read Big Little Lies and really enjoyed it. I've not read Blood Orange. So this is giving me a little bit of domestic thriller vibes again. Again, it's an intriguing concept to see kind of where it goes. Then I have The Lying Wife by Catherine Croft, and it's coming out on the 24th of February, and it is another thriller, guys. I told you there was quite a few on this list. Be careful what you wish for. Callie has known sadness and sometimes doubted she would ever have the life she wanted. When she meets James, also a stranger to grief, it seems as though her luck has changed. She becomes his wife and in the process of a stepmother to his two sons. Callie has finally got what she's always imagined for herself. But things don't go to plan for Callie. She tries to get things right, but at every turn she makes mistakes. If she could only show her new family just how much she cares, perhaps everything will be okay. Yet the harder she tries, the more she fails. A split-second decision leads to her spiraling out of control, and there's no way back for Callie. When the police arrest her for murder, the dark tale of Callie's shocking fall from grace slowly unfolds. But how much is Callie willing to reveal about the choices she's made? If those she cares for the most learn the truth, they will hate her. Will her secrets be her undoing, or will she tell the truth no matter the cost? And this is a psychological thriller, guys. I really enjoy a psychological thriller. It seems really interesting. I do like in thrillers when you have like the husband-wife thrillers, or there is like husband has a new wife thriller as well. I seem to always enjoy them, that concept. And you never know where it's gonna go. You never really know what's gonna end up on it. So yeah, sounds really fun. Now the next one is actually a horror, and that is The Hitmans Daughter, and it's by Caroline Top Division, and it's coming out on the 22nd of February. I do like reading horror from every now and again, and this one does sound intriguing to me. So, the Chateau de Ciel was once the destination for the rich and famous to play, drink and ski, complete with a private railway to shuttle those desiring extra privacy. Now, however, the guests are few and far between. The New Year's Eve party was supposed to hoist the rundown of the hotel back to its former status, until a massive blizzard hits, trapping the guests who've come to celebrate the Grand Hotel's last hurrah. The circumstances might be even romantic if the hotel wasn't reputed to be haunted. With hotel employee Maeve Michael finds the resident artist dead, and shortly thereafter hotel security finds Maeve alone with the body. The reputation that Maeve has thought long and hard to outrun comes back to haunt her. You see, her father is a notorious hitman who is serving multiple life sentences in prison. She's changed her name and location dozens of times, but he somehow manages to track her down, even sending her a postcard on the eve of her birthday, January 1st. She's the perfect choice to frame for murder, and now the number one suspect. Maeve can no longer deny the lessons in her survival her father taught her, and calls on that and her uncanny sixth sense in finding lost objects to navigate the maze of the hotel. To save herself, she not only has to stop running from her own past, she must unearth the history of the hotel, its elite guests, and buried secrets, one deadly sin at a time. A homage to classic gothic horror that proves that the ghosts of a family and classism are alive and well. So yes, I love the sound of that premise. I do like kind of an enclosed, trapped setting for books. It always gives that extra element of mystery because it does mean that the murderer is there. This obviously has some horror vibes, and I do like that gothic vibe, horror, you know, I do like it. So it sounds really fun and intriguing, this one, and also delving into a little bit of like the history of the hotel and what's going on. So love the sound of this one. And the final book on my anticipated February releases is a romance one, guys. Like I said, there's so many romances in February, and that is A Sunrise Over Bali, and it's by Sandy Barker, and it's coming out on the 17th of February. So home is where the heart is. When Jaylee Tan leaves her high-flying PR job in Miami for a sabbatical in Bali, the last thing she expects is for it to become permanent. But when her boss demands the trip to be cut short, Jake does the only thing she can think of and quits on the spot. With 2 months in Bali, a new group of friends, and gorgeous scenery and beaches, Jay is determined to make the most of her newfound freedom. And when she locks eyes with hunky Scot, Alistair, Jay wonders if she'll lose her heart to more than just a Balinese sunrise. So yes, I love that premise. I do like, you know, romances set in other countries, and yeah, it sounds intriguing. Love that there is obviously a Scottish love interest. I do love when a Scot is featured in these. It sounds intriguing. It sounds again like another really fun one, and it does sound like one that we can be perfect like for summery vibes as well. So maybe one that I'll pick up a little bit later on the year. So that is all of the anticipated releases I have on this list for this month. Let me know, have you heard any of these? Are you excited to read any of these like me? Yeah, leave a comment below, hit that like button, subscribe if you like my content and want to see more, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. I post on Wednesdays and Sundays. And yeah, bye!